Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Simple Things podcast. This is a podcast where we want to discuss with you and we give you tips and tricks on how to have a beautiful life and be very successful with your business, with your life in every aspect of your life. So, we are today going to be talking about three healthy tips or three health tips for life and business success. Three health tips for life and business success. Sorry for the little it's raining here, so we are having a little issue with the internet. Okay, good. Thank you for coming. When you come, please write um, your location, write your name so we can welcome you. Okay. But very importantly, I want you to share this video, subscribe, follow wherever you're watching from, put on the notification bell if you're watching on YouTube, and then be able to get premium stuff. Okay. Good. So let's talk about health and healthy tips. Now, I will always tell people one of the greatest thing you will ever enjoy is good health. And if you have good health, you are more likely to make wealth than if you don't, especially if you've not made enough wealth. The time you spend in healing, recovering, sickness will minus a lot from your wealth building time. So, in all you pursue, pursue good health. In all you do, get good health. With all your doings, make sure that you have good health. Very, very important. I always tell people too that there are five spectrum of wealth, and this is a 3 months course in our organization. Number one is health and wellness. Now, the truth is that you must be wealthy in these five things at the same time. If you're wealthy in one and you're not wealthy in the other, you are not wealthy. So you must be wealthy in all of them at the same time. At the same time. That is very important to note. At the same time. So the first one is health and wellness, and that's what we want to discuss. The second one is love and relationships. You see, most times we are hustling, we are doing our thing, and we forget our loved ones. Yeah? We forget our loved ones. And when we do, welcome Rufus, when we forget our loved ones, let's assume we are civil servants. So we are directors, we are PAMSECs, we are politicians, we are ministers, we forget our loved ones. What happens is that over time, they also forget us. They can do without us. So you come back very late, you are not always with them, you don't eat with them. Every time you are busy, the president is calling you, the minister is calling you, the PAMSEC is calling you, the governor is calling you. You know, you are progressing, amazing. But there's a problem somewhere. By the time you retire, you resign, or you are no more in those jobs, what happened is that this family that you have left for too long, they have moved on. They have moved on without you. And because they've moved on without you, one of the issues is that you are going to forever try to get them back and it will never work. So that is why a lot of people, especially men, towards the old age, they are lonely. Your wife, your children, you were not there. You are running around making all the money, but you never give them your time. Money is wonderful, it's so important, but you see, you must understand the five spectrums of wealth. So I've mentioned health and wellness. In order, I've mentioned love and relationships. The third one is what I call spirituality. You must understand that your spiritual life is very, very important. Now, because it's a touchy issue, I don't want to always dwell in them. Thanks, Uncle K. I don't want to also always dwell on them. Why? Because you have Christians, you have Muslims, you have Hindus, you have traditional religious people, you have this one and that one. So you cannot cover all of them. Having said that, it's very important that I point as some factors you have to really look at when you want to talk about your spirituality. The first thing is, what are the tenets of your religion? What are the tenets of your religion? For instance, if your religion is talking about love, and a lot of religions talk about love, talk about caring, talk about hospitality, talk about empathy, talk about mercy, talk about goodness, talk about whatever it talks about. You should be able to know those things and then be very seriously part of the practice of those. Let it not just be confession. And how can you do that? You can always do that by, first of all, taking all the BOKs, the book of knowledge of your rather your religion, and be able to go through everything in the book of knowledge. So for the Christians, it's the Bible. For the Muslim, the Hadith and the Quran, the Quran and the Hadith. For Hindus and all those, you can find the Bhagavad Gita. You can, all those. Go through them. So I recommend, if you're a Christian, finish reading the Bible, complete the Bible twice a year. If you're a Muslim, the Hadith and the Quran, read it through twice a year. You will understand the tenets of your organization. You will understand the tenet of your religion. You will understand the tenet of your faith, and then you incorporate them into your spirituality. The fourth spectrum of wealth is what I call passion and vocation and profession. You must be wealthy in your passion, in your profession, in your vocation. Now, because this is not just about spectrum of wealth, let me go ahead because I need to go faster so I can get to the health that we are measuring in today and give you three tips around your health. So, but very important to say, I encourage people that any work you are doing, I encourage people that any business you are doing, I encourage people that any hustle you are in, and I heard the word hustle, don't ever hustle, build businesses. Now, anything you are into, make sure that they are in line with your passion, your vocation. If they're not in line with your passion, for instance, today I've been teaching almost all through the day, and then I had, few hours in the evening, and then I'm back here teaching. And well, in the office where I taught, I mean, in my business school, you know, the program was 475,000 naira for each participant. So, okay, I was paid. But this one now, I am not paid. So naturally, I should just go and sleep because I'm tired. But the point is, because I love what I do, I am showing up here. So if it's something I don't love, I may not come here. Why? Because I am tired. So the point is, don't always do businesses or things that you don't love. That doesn't mean that you do only businesses you love. There are businesses you don't love, but because they bring money, you can do them and you should do them. But make sure that any business that you're going to do for life, make sure that that business is like playing for you. It's like joking. It's like having fun. If it's not like that, you may not be able to carry through with those businesses for too long. As you're getting older, you're getting health challenges, more issues, you start giving up. Okay, so that is about vocation and is a someone's cause in our organization. Now, the last one is you must have time and money freedom. You must be wealthy in your time and in your money. Now, what that means is that not because, oh, number one, health and wellness, number two, love and relationship, number three, spirituality, number four, passion, profession, and vocation, and because you're wealthy in them, you say, because I gave my family too much time, that's why I'm not wealthy. Because I found my passion, that's why I'm not wealthy. No, you need to fund your passion. You need to fund your love and relationship. You need to fund your wellness and your health. You need to fund everything. Okay? If you don't have the money to fund them, your love and relationship may start having problems. Your health and wellness may start having problems. And all those and all those. Okay? So if you've got that, now let's go over to the three things I needed to talk about when it comes to three healthy tips for life and business success. So, number one is that, okay, that's not number one. In understanding your health, you must understand what we call routines. What are the things you do or you can do to make sure, or you do it regularly as a routine to make sure that you have good health? Now, if you're here, there are things you do and they help you with your health. I want you to write them down. But let me tell you some of the things I do. But I'm going to give you the three, how this is. But let me tell you some things I do personally. For instance, I don't joke with my meditation. It helps me to concentrate, have gratitude, be happy, and then have the enthusiasm and energy to pursue things. I don't joke with my reading. My reading is like health therapy for me. I tell my friends, up till now, I read an average of one book every day. Now, I may not continue with that forever, but you see, I am probably at the peak of what I do at the moment. So I'm consulting for ministries, departments, and agencies, organized private sector. I'm consulting for multinational corporations, United Nations systems, and others. Because of that, I need to be at the highest of my game. And remember, I'm disabled on my lower limbs, so I'm physically challenged. So instead of just staying one place and I'm not doing much, I am always trying to invest that money that time in developing myself. To that extent, it helps me to be better and be top notch in what I do. So I do those. I take my bath. I'm talking about some of the things I do. I take a long bath. Like I could be in the bathroom for 1 hour. I could be in the bathroom for 30 minutes. Yeah, just in the bath with water all over my body, just relaxing and meditating, allowing my pores to open, and then it calms me down. It helps me to think better, helps me to solve problems and all those kind of things. Okay, I do my breathing exercise. I breathe in, hold it, and breathe out, hold it. Yeah, it opens up my system so much. I do my exercises. Yes, they help me a lot. But let's and quite a lot of other things I do. I make sure I am I don't have anything that I carry in my heart against anybody because yeah, if you do something wrong to me, I will tell you. And if I needed to scold you, I will. If I need to react, I will. I'm not this kind of person that, you do me something and I'm holding it in my heart and it's disturbing me. I know it's not that I will call you, talk to you about it. You may also not like how I talk to you about it because I don't want it to disturb me. I make sure I free my mind every time. So these are some of the things I do, and I tell you, in the last 15 years or so, I've never been to hospital and all those. But there are a lot more I do. My spice tea, my magic smoothie and all those kinds of things. But they are it's long story. So find the things that you do as routine that helps you to maintain good health. Because when you maintain good health, you will always have capacity to pursue your contract, pursue your business, pursue your deals and close them. But when health is dragging you left and right, you won't be able to do that. And let me tell you one very important thing. One of the greatest gifts you can give to your family, one of the greatest gifts you can give to your family is not to be sick. One of the greatest gifts you can give to your family is being healthy. Uncle Jay, welcome. Is being healthy. If you are healthy, your children will go to school. They won't come and they are watching over you or taking care of you, and then they miss the exams, and they lose 1 year. And so please try and be healthy. Now you're going to ask, is it so easy? And all this. So that's what I want us to discuss. That a lot of people use their energy to and their health to make money, and then now in turn use their money to start looking for the health, and most times it doesn't work. So let's talk about what I call RED. So RED, those are the three tips, and we've reduced it to acronym so that it's easier for you to internalize. RED. So now R stands for relaxation, E stands for exercise, and D stands for dieting. RED, um, relaxation, exercise, and dieting. So let's start from the last, the dieting. Okay, the D. Now, when it comes to sickness, you must understand and agree that there is nothing called sickness. Sickness is simply when the human body refuses to perform its statutory functions because it is incapable, or it has been injured, or something has stopped it from doing that, or it has given up its capacity to do that. It is no more strong to do that. Now, that is what we call sickness. And by God's grace, the human body is built in such a way that most of your bodies, even when they, like your muscles, some part of your body, when they want to collapse, they're going to give you lots and lots of signs. That's number one. Number two, when if you go back from that, immediately they want to collapse. They are most likely going to rebound. They have the capacity to rebound almost every single time. So your ability to understand this, you need to now listen to your body very, very well. Always listen. There is no doctor that is as good as yourself. I'm sorry to say it, doctors are not the best people you should leave your health for, and then just you don't do anything about it. Doctors have their problems. They are also in business. So they cannot come and take care of themselves and come and take care of you how you would want it. So it is your duty to take care of your own health. While you visit the doctor as a professional to help you with what you don't understand, it is your duty to know what is going wrong, and you work on something, you make sure that you reverse it. So dieting, you know, there's something that Doyin Okube, Dr. Doyin Okube, is a Nigerian politician. You know, he said he has survived two cancers. I think I listened to him about 3 days ago. And he said something, and he said this so passionately from his heart. And I think the man should be up to, late 60s and something. I think he mentioned he's up to 70 or so. Now, the point is, he said, because he is on the big side, he said that because of the problem he had, health problem challenge he had in the last 9 months or so, that he lost 30 kg. He lost 30 kg. Now, that 30 kg he lost, he said he lost the 30 kg, yeah, because of his health challenge. But he said that immediately he lost the 30 kg, something miraculous happened in his health. He said he used to be on diabetes drug and high blood pressure drugs and all those. But immediately he lost the 30 kg, that he didn't know where his drugs were again, because he rebounded his health. His sugar became normal, his blood pressure became normal, everything became normal. You see, so that is amazing. Your ability to understand that if you lose weight, you can become better. Okay, so I needed to mention that because it is so important that you know that most of the problems we have in our life most times is a function of food we eat. So there are a few things I need to tell you about dieting. Remember, we said the three things: relaxation, exercise, dieting, the three tips. But let's talk about the last one, dieting. So the first thing I need to tell you about dieting is that dieting is not just about the food you eat, but it's about the quality of the food and also the timing. What food do you eat and what time do you eat the food? If you eat a watermelon, maybe up to 35, 40, above 40, you eat watermelon, mango, pineapple around 9:30, 10, around 8 p.m. and all those, you may start finding out the next morning that it has raised your blood sugar. They are fruit. You're encouraged to eat fruit. But you see, because of the timing at the point you ate it, all the sugars in there and all those, your body didn't have the time to work on them. When you wake up the next morning, your blood sugar will be high. So what's the point we are making? The quality of the food and the timing that you are going to eat the food, very, very important. What do we advise? We advise that night food intakes, if it's possible, you can minimize them. What that means is that if you can round off your eating somewhere around 6:30, 7:30, okay? Especially when you are up to 35, 40. If you can round off your food intake by 6:37, that doesn't mean you can eat some granules afterwards or something like that. But if you can round off your major meal by that time, amazing. You are going to find yourself so powerful when you wake up in the morning. And if you can do what we call 16-8, you eat within the window of 8 hours, and then you are in some form of deflection of fasting for about 16 hours, almost maybe with once, twice, or thrice a week. So what that means, 16, what it means is that, for instance, you finish eating in the morning, sorry, in the evening by um 7:30. Okay, so you count, okay, let's say you finish feeding by 7 o'clock. So you count 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. So if you completed your eating around 7:38, and then you now sleep and wake up in the morning, maybe you did your magic smoothie, like you put in cucumber, you put in cabbage, you put in carrot, just like you just take it, and then you don't eat again till around 11 in the morning, and you eat. So you would have put in maybe 14 to 16 hours from the last meal you ate by 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. And then you've put in about 8 hours, sorry, 16 hours, or in 10, 14, 14, 16, 15 hours to the next meal. So now between 11, so 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, between 11 and 7 in the night, you do your eating, everything you want to eat, you eat it within that time. And then from 7:38, probably you don't eat again till about the next, after, towards 11. But you can do your smoothie or anything in the morning. Yeah, so what you will see is that your body is able to take in quite a lot of the things you eat. Now get it right. If you are still a young person running around, if you are still very young, it doesn't apply to you. You can do your thing, because by the time you run up and down and all those, you would have worked on that. But for executive like us, I go to office in the morning, and I have workers, and then attend to me. I'm sitting there working on the computer. Sometimes from 8 in the morning or 9 in the morning, I get to office, I don't rise from there until about, you know, for some time, 5 p.m., 6 p.m., none of those. The point is that sedentary life is a new cigarette. Sedentary life is a new cigarette. And I want you to actually note that sedentary life is the new cigarette. it is what is killing people. That's why you see civil servants immediately they retire between 12 months and 36 months of retirement. A lot of them would die. A lot of them would develop very serious health challenges. It is not because they shouldn't have lived, it's because they are no more active. So you must understand that one of the things that that is killing people everywhere is sedentary life, and then you work on that. Okay, so if you've got that night food intake, the next thing around dieting is what we call now 80% full rates. Okay, 80% full rule. 80% full rule. Now, what that means is that, in Nigeria, there's something we call belly full, that you eat and eat and eat and eat until your stomach is filled up. Okay. Now, if you can understand how to walk around it, yeah, if you learn how to walk around it, that eating, like when you eat and you get to 80% full, you stop. Yeah, it helps you a lot to avoid a lot of these chronic sicknesses, from diabetes to all those high blood pressure and all those. Now, these are some things doctors will not tell you. They even A lot of doctors will argue about that. I tell you, for more than 15 years, I've never been to hospital. If I go there, they will watch, and I wouldn't even go with Panadol because I had polio when I was 1 year, 6 months. So I'm a very health conscious person. I hate, to always be hospitalized. So I decided to take care of myself, read, work on what I can do to make sure I don't end up every time in the hospital. So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, your ability to understand that eating 80% full can help you with your health, and help you with your entrepreneurship, and help you with your life and business success. That These are the points we're making. The next thing about dieting is to understand that most times the bitter the better. The bitter the better. Bitter, the bitter the better. If you just keep eating sweet things, most times sweet things will devolve down or digest down to what will harm your health. So if you've got that, now it's very important that you know that you should not always just eat sweet things. Deliberately also eat things that are not very sweet. In fact, sometimes I recommend, you know, every 2 days or so, just a leaf of bitter leaf, you put it in your mouth and chew. Yeah, you chew it raw, just a piece of bitter leaf. You put it, yeah, it helps you with quite a lot, unless it stops you in any other form. Otherwise, it's amazing. It is a prophylactic. It just helps you with quite a lot of things in your body. Okay, so understanding those are very important. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here, I want to appreciate you for coming. I want you to use the next 1 minute. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please click on subscribe and subscribe to this YouTube channel at Dr. Kali Cousins. Okay. Now, also use 1 minute to 1 second to do what? Click on the share button, share on your YouTube, on your Facebook, on your WhatsApp, on other social media handles. Please just do that right away. Yes, just do that right now. Okay, and then click on the thumb up button. Okay, it helps the algorithm. Okay, try and do that now. Try and do that immediately. Yes, thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead. Um, your ability to immediately understand that your food must be rainbow food. In other words, don't just eat. Let's assume you are eating rice. Thank you, Goldfish. You are eating rice, and then your rice is just rice. Okay, just white that way. It may not be helpful. Let that rice has some green, Let it have some red, maybe cabbage. Let it have some, lettuce. Let it have some this one and that one. That is the way to help yourself. And most times you see that one of the things that shoots your blood so high is rice. Yeah, I mean, normal rice. It shoots your blood so high. Okay, so blood sugar. So it's very important that you are able to understand those and be able to work on that. Now, these are not prescriptive. Yes, these are things that are descriptive. You just look at it, check them out, check it for a night or two, and then find out if it works. Okay, you continue. If it doesn't, okay, you just throw it away. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next thing in that is this power of spices. Spices power. Now, especially in Africa and especially in Nigeria, my own country, we have so many spices, but we neglect them. If you know some, please write them on the chat box. We have cumin, we have fenugreek, we have oda, we have quite a lot. We have black seed, we have all of them. Now you know that instead of all these things you just do, sometimes when you take just some of them, boil them together, and then you are able to use it for your tea. Yes, when you're using black seed, don't use it much because it can really lower your blood sugar. Okay, so it can lower your blood sugar lower than you want. So make sure you put it a little if you ever want to use black seed. Okay, so instead of all this tea we buy from everywhere, why don't you use some of these spices for tea once or twice in a week? You see, there was a time I was having a problem at my chest area about that should be about 5 years ago. And one little boy, who was carrying spices came to me trying to market to me. I asked him, what are these spices doing? He opened a website, something healthtips.com or health something and tips.com or something like that. He opened it and he started showing me one by one fenugreek, black sage, cauliflower, something like that, cumin, ginger. He started showing me one by one, one each what each of them was doing. That time when I sleep on my left side, I woke up panting. So I told them to buy it for me and then use it for tea sometimes for me. Within about a week, 2 or 3 weeks, I can wake up from my you know my left side, and I found out that I didn't pant. And I was just like, wow. Since then till now, that hasn't happened. Yeah. So I would have gone to India for surgery if it continued and all those. What's the point? The point is that we have a lot of things that can help us. Okay, so that would be a wrap on dieting. Remember, I told you RED, red, relaxation, exercises, and dieting. And I said, let's start with dieting. So if you're here, you've not shared, you know, this video, I encourage you, just share the video to your friends, to your brothers and sisters, to people in your community online, please. Do that and then do thumb up for this video so that the algorithm will read right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the second one. So we talk RED, relaxation, exercise, and dieting. So we started with dieting. So let's talk about exercises. Now, exercise can be a savior of a sort for you. If you feel you have some issues, if you feel you have some issues, you woke up and you are not feeling good about your waking up and all those. If you just don't make it complex, you raise your hands down, up, down, you raise it 20 or 50 or 100 times and you pant. You do like this. In our climb, in our country, we are very dramatic. We want to go and register for premium gym that we won't attend. We want to go and buy equipment that will keep that we won't use. You don't need even any equipment. That doesn't mean I'm against equipment. But in that your room, raising your hands up 100 times and bringing it down, bending 100 times and bringing coming up, stretching 100 times and coming up, and all those, they are more than exercises. No drama. You're going to do the real thing. Raising your hands above your head, doing some yoga. You can just check on YouTube. You see quite a lot of yoga, morning yoga. You do them for 30 minutes, for 20 minutes. You're going to see how energized, how dopamine you become, how you're going to be charged for the day. Now, while you are exercising your body, also exercise your mind. Read something. While you are doing that, you exercise. You can put something on YouTube. It could be a book, it could be anything. And depending on what you want, if you're having problem with speaking in public, just put on how to be a good public speaker. And as you are doing your gymming, in that your room, you are also doing what? You are also listening to that. If you're outside, maybe you are walking around your estate, you just plug it on your ear as you're walking and do your exercise. You are also gymming your mind. Very important. A lot of people gym their body, they don't gym their mind. A lot of people gym their mind, they don't gym their body, and it's not a good one. Okay? So exercise is so powerful. There was a time I could have had very big issue with my chest area and cholesterol and all those, because you see, my job is sitting down from morning till night, being disabled in my lower limbs. Moving around is difficult. So I could move around and fall everywhere. So most times I just want to sit down. So because of that, if I eat the way you eat and I drink the way you drink, I will die because I am not moving around the way you are moving around. The same way, if you are not doing bricklaying job and doing some job that is that energy, don't drink your sugar. Make sure you don't drink your sugar. All the fizzing drinks, any drink that does, and don't drink them. Yeah, that doesn't mean you can't. Maybe 1 month you can take, one bottle, but don't get you drank on Monday, you drank on Wednesday, you drank on Friday. Before you know it, your sugar, everything is up. And when you are not in the best of health, you can't think well, you can't perform well, your business will suffer, your life will suffer, your love life will suffer, everything will suffer. Okay? So you need to understand that. Do your yoga, walking, dancing, climbing staircase, stretching, very important. Yeah, you need to understand them. Now, because of our time, let's just look at the third one. So we've talked about dieting, we've talked about exercise. Let's talk about relaxation, and then we wind down. Relaxation is so important if you must always recharge. You see, like I'm talking right now, I am dissipating energy. I talked from morning till afternoon because I was teaching. I was dissipating energy. You go for meetings, you are dissipating energy. If you don't take time to relax and build back those energy, you will keep dissipating. You will eat food and all those, but you see, there's mental energy, there's spiritual energy, there's emotional energy there. That is where you can see somebody who is very wealthy and he will commit suicide, and you're wondering, what does he really want? You see people who have job and they say, I'm tired, they commit suicide. And you see people who don't have job, they're happy, they are living their life. So you need to understand how to recharge, how to unwind, how to bring back, Yes. So now, number one thing about relaxation is that deliberately avoid stress. Deliberately avoid stress. There are so many things stressing us in the 21st century. Online, if you go to TikTok, you go to YouTube, you go to Facebook, you go to everywhere, LinkedIn, you are going to see people whose life appear perfect. Their pictures, everything appear perfect. They tell you about contracts they've closed, deals they've closed, contracts they've been awarded to them, and you're going to be asking yourself, why me? Is my own different? Is my own different? Oh Lord, come to my head. Is my case different? Oh Lord, come to my. You're gonna sing those songs because you are watching people who are not showing you their real life. They're showing you picture perfect life. They're showing you perfect life. So avoid those stress. Don't always allow those things to hit you. Don't always allow it to hit you. Ladies and gentlemen, avoid stress, unnecessary altercation, unnecessary argument, political argument, religious argument. I tell people my 1 hour is worth 10,000 US dollars. Then I will come and use it to argue with you about politicians, about this one. Who will pay for that? Who will pay for that argument? Who will pay for that my 1 hour? So don't argue. Yes, avoid those things. Now, that is for relaxation. Avoid stress. Number two thing about relaxation, sleep well. A lot of people don't sleep well. Now, I'm not one of those people who will tell you to sleep for 10 hours or sleep for 100 hours. Myself, if I sleep for 4 hours, it will be as if they tap me and I wake up right from childhood. 4 hours, they tap me, just like if something tapped me and I wake up. Now, I found out that that 4 hours is good for me. But you see, I am getting um advancing also in age. So I am no more 18. So what I do is that when I sleep for 4 hours, is as if I'm tapped and I wake up. I will just close my eyes on that bed to add in 1 or 2 more hours. Within which time I do my breathing exercise, I do my thinking, but I make sure that I am able to relax, relax, and relax. So see if I can buy in more time. I don't used to now rise up and then start working and start watching things on working on my phone and all those. Yeah, amazing. Thank you, Uncle Kefas. Now, the point is your ability to understand this thing, they will help you to be healthy. And when you are healthy, you can do your business, you can do your entrepreneurship, and you can make more money. That's why I'm teaching you 3 healthy tips for what? For life and business success. If you understand them and apply them, you will reduce the time you're in hospital, you reduce the time that you can't do good work, you reduce the time your BP is high, you reduce the time your blood pressure is high, and then you are happy. You breathe in and breathe out, and you are happy, very happy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, sleep well, avoid stress. But the next thing I want you to do is what I call breathing techniques. Now, I've used these breathing techniques to heal myself of full-blown asthma. What do I do? Just, you know, breathe in, hold it as much as you can, and breathe out. So just simple. I'll hold it as much as I can, and I do what? And I do what? I breathe in again. I hold it as much as I can, and I do what? I breathe out. That's what I do. In fact, where you are right now, listening to me, if you sit there and breathe in now and hold your breath as much as you can, and breathe out and hold it as much as you can, and breathe in now and hold it as much as you can, and breathe out. By the time you do it 10 times, right now, you'll be knocked off by sleep. You just be knocked off by sleep. It is a cure for insomnia. It's a cure for quite a lot. Yes, you even see that your food seems to digest faster. And it frees your breathing area. Okay, your respiratory system is perfect, and you're going to just be so happy, and you're going to just be so wonderful. You feel energized. Ladies and gentlemen, breathing is so powerful. Now you can go online. There's a book on breathing by what is his name again? It's called Oxygen Advantage. You can just check it. Oxygen Advantage. And I don't say you should believe everything said in any book. Read it and pick the things you feel you want to use and then use them. There's another one, Breathology. Yes, you can read these books. You're going to see how powerful they can be for you. Now, it's very important that I talk about dangers of blue light. So most time, because of our phones, the lights are off, and then we are reading our text messages or watching video and all those. It is messing up your circadian rhythm. It's messing up your hormones. It's messing up your system. It's messing up everything. And you wake up in the morning, you are tired, you are aggressive, you are unhappy, you are, touchy. It's very important. Sorry, since I was hearing noise. So it's very important you understand those things. Okay. Now the next thing, so don't watch blue light when there's darkness. It will destroy your eye, and then it will also destroy your concentration. It will mess up your productivity. Now, music, relaxation. Music is so important. Sing, listen to it, compose your own, whatever it is. You can sing for your loved one. You can, compose for. It may not be nice, man. You just sing, do your thing. Listen to the ones, whether it's religious word or secular word or P-pop or whatever. You know that is amazing. A lot of people have not found the relationship between being happy and being excited and enthusiastic and making money. You can make a lot of money when you're excited and enthusiastic. Your brain will work better. In fact, the scripture says that merry heart, is like a medicine. Merry heart is like a medicine. I think in the book of Proverbs, a merry heart can cure your body. Always be happy, and music is one way to be happy. Now, reading helps you quite a lot. Read the things. You can read comic, you can read sci-fi, science fiction. You can read motivational books. You can read your scriptures. You can read. Make sure that you are exercising your menses. It helps to exercise your body. If your mind starts thinking, it seems I'm going to have cancer, it seems I'm going to have cancer, before you know it, you have cancer. If it seems I'm sick, it seems my liver is not fine, before you know, you have those problems. So that is why you must be very, very serious with what you think. And music can help you, and reading can help you. Whatever you feel your mind become, they become part of you. Okay. If you are happy for a long time, you become a happy person. If you are bitter for a long time, you become a bitter person. You see, the last thing I want to talk about in relaxation, and then we wind down, is news. News. A lot of times we don't understand what news does to us. News. So as you watch news, what do you see as the headline? 100 people die here. A trailer fell here and killed this person. And this one, that one. Somebody stole 80 billion. This one, that. That's what you hear. And these things are messing up your mind, your brain. You are unhappy. So if you can reduce how you watch news, reduce how you watch news. Just you can pick the headlines. You can just read the scoop, and then you go your way, because they're going to tell you there's something today, there's something tomorrow, there's something. How many people died, or how many people were killed, how many people were kidnapped? You wouldn't know how much this is affecting you, and you are bitter, you're unhappy. The inflation, the food inflation, the year-on-year inflation, the this one inflation, you know they are messing you up. So reduce on how you watch news. When you watch news, watch ideas on television. Don't watch television. Watch ideas on television. Don't watch television. What do I mean? I didn't say you shouldn't watch television. I say watch ideas on television. Be able to watch ideas on television. Be able to get ideas from television. I made some money just watching television and seeing where government is going, or companies are going, or society is going. And I develop products, I develop platforms, I develop services, and then I sell to government, I sell to people, I sell to individuals, I sell to companies, I sell to hard network individuals, and I make a lot of money. So the point is that you can always watch ideas on TV and not just TV. So news, in newsroom, when it bleeds, BLEED, when it bleeds, it leads. How many people were killed? Make it the headline. How many people died? Make it the headline. How many people were kidnapped? Make it the headline. Or how many people stole money? Make it the headline. So bad news is always the headline. Oh, this person met first class, 5.0 CGPA. It's not a lot of people, a lot of news will not, a lot of newspapers and television station will not carry it. If they carry it, they will tug it inside one side of the newspaper or just somewhere in the news. That is why you must learn how not to watch news in such a way that it affects you. Okay, so be able to minimize how much you watch news and be able to watch the things that are helpful and can help you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if at the moment you are not subscribed to this channel, I encourage you to do so right now. Subscribe, turn on the notification button, and be able to share, like, follow, so that your friends, your loved ones can get the value you are getting here. Remember, it is always Wednesday 9 p.m. and Sunday 9 p.m. We bring you simple things and sources, algorithm, principles, tips, and tricks that you can use to become your dream. Now, remember that only doers go to the bank. If you're just a thinker, if you are not doing, you can't go to the bank. Only the people who do. Those ideas God has given you this year, what are you doing with them? I challenge you, go out and put them in practice. Make sure you use them. Use those ideas right now. Start something today. Start something immediately you get out of this podcast or broadcast. Start, write down and start something. From this night, start doing something about that. Now, remember, if you want me to treat any topic, you want us to treat any topic, you can write us at 090-555-99925. 0999. Oh, sorry, that's I didn't put the 0925. Okay, that's the okay, 090-555-99925. Us what you want us to discuss. You can ask us a question and we answer it there. But also remember, the person who is handling this page is anti anti praise Jegede, anti PJ. You if you want her to handle your own um pages, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and all those, you can reach her. Just send a text message 090-555-99925. She has a social media marketing agency and she'll be able to take on the and since she took on mine, she just brings me in here every Wednesday night and every Sunday night. She is the person who does the advert. She's the person who designed the program and then make sure I appear. So I want you to use her. I can always, I can always vouch for her. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. Remember to share, remember to like, remember to subscribe, turn on the notification button. I want to encourage you to go and apply and become your dream. Apply the things you know you are too much already. Remember, only doers go to the bank. Go out there and be a doer. See you Sunday night, 9 p.m. Remember, blessed, celebrated. The same handle at Dr. Kali Cousins on YouTube. Have a good evening. Good night.